Think back to the last time you actually stopped to check what was inside a hot dog before tossing it onto the grill. Those seemingly delicious and convenient packages of sausages are actually hiding secrets you probably never suspected. We often add them to our shopping carts weekly without batting an eye, considering them an indispensable part of family barbecues. But are you unknowingly grilling your health and the health of your loved ones? The truth is, inside many of today's popular hot dogs is more than just meat. It's a mixture of mechanically deboned meat, types chemical preservatives, and especially the salt sodium content is appalling. Did you know that just a single serving of hot dog can contain as much as more than 1,000 milligrams of sodium? Stop and think for a moment. That amount accounts for nearly half of your daily salt intake, and you consume it all in one meal. Instead of being a nutritious source of protein, many hot dogs are simply chemical and salt bombs waiting to harm your body. That's why today's video was made. I'm here to help you protect your grill and, more importantly, protect the health of your family. Together, we'll uncover the truth. 7 hot dog brands you should avoid at all costs. And at the same time, I will suggest something to you. 7 truly amazing names. These sausages deserve a place at your party. Let's begin our list of disastrous sausages that you need to cross off your shopping list immediately. 7 hot dog brands to avoid. Brand 7, Great Value. We begin the list with a familiar name at Walmart, Great Value. Have you ever wondered why these hot dogs are so incredibly cheap? It's not magic, it's an economic calculation. The main ingredient here is largely boneless chicken meat using a machine. This means that machines will use extremely high pressure to scrape away any remaining bone, skin, and cartilage debris to create a paste-like mixture. Legally, it's fine, but nutritionally, it's absolutely not. In particular, the salt content was a real shock. Just one small sausage contained as much as 600 milligrams. Sodium, if you eat 2 of them at a barbecue, you've already reached your daily sodium limit for cardiovascular health. When grilled, instead of having a nice crispy crust, they often blister and become soggy due to containing too much water and filler. Brand 6. Armor next. Up is Armor, a brand often shrouded in nostalgia with its familiar yellow-green packaging. However, the nostalgia can't obscure the truth on the label. Sodium nitrite appears instantly. This substance is used to maintain the artificial pink color and extend shelf life, but when exposed to the high temperatures of an oven, it can transform into nitrosamines, compounds linked to an increased risk of cancer. In addition, Armor has a very soft texture and is almost emulsified due to the use of mechanically separated meat, which loses the natural firmness of the muscle. To mask the saltiness and improve pan-frying ability, the manufacturer also adds .co RN syrup and dextrose. You're not actually grilling meat. You're heating up a lab-balanced recipe under the guise of food. Brand 5. Gwaltney Mini. Longtime Gwaltney customers have raised the alarm because their food now tastes like factory exhaust fumes. It has a more traditional, smoky, grilled flavor. A rather humorous detail is that they are usually significantly shorter than standard hot dog buns, resulting in a too much bun, too little meat situation from the very first bite. Users have consistently complained about the unpleasantly chewy outer layer and the soft, mushy, and uncoordinated filling inside. Keywords like terrible and chemicals appear frequently in consumer reviews, indicating a significant decline in the formula's quality. Brand 4. Sugardale with Sugardale. The issue isn't just about taste, but also about life safety. According to the FDA, hot dogs rank high on the list of foods that cause choking in children under 4 years old, and Sugardale is a prime example due to its dense and chewy texture, which doesn't easily dissolve or break apart when chewed. In terms of origin, this type usually comes from industrially raised livestock that use feed, antibiotics, and growth stimulants. The CDC has warned that the overuse of antibiotics in livestock farming can lead to antibiotic resistance in humans. When grilled, you'll find the meat has a rubbery texture rather than a juicy, succulent feel. Brand 3. Vienna Beef. Vienna Beef is a name that evokes regret because it is associated with Chicago's street food cart heritage. However, in 2019, the brand had to recall more than 2 pounds, approximately 900 kilograms. The product was returned due to concerns that it might contain metal fragments. Although advertised as 100% beef, they not kosher certified, this means there is a lack of strict control and monitoring processes regarding the ingredients. Additionally, the sodium content in retail versions often exceeds the permitted limit, 500 milligrams per plant, which accounts for more than 20% of the daily requirement in just a small serving. Brand 2, Ballpark. Many people choose Ballpark thinking it's a safe choice, but in reality it's disappointing on the grill. Independent taste reviews often classify it as bland, due to its complete lack of the strong garlic or smoky notes expected from a beef sausage. The biggest drawback is the baking performance. The crust frequently gets burnt, cracked, or detached from the meat. When exposed to heat, they can even bubble or burn unevenly, requiring you to constantly monitor them on the stove, and the results may still not be satisfactory. Brand 1, Bar S. The unwanted top spot belongs to Bar S. In 2016, a shocking recall involving over 180 tons. The product was damaged due to concerns about bacterial contamination. Listeria, a type of bacteria that causes serious infections, especially dangerous for pregnant women and the elderly. The structure of Bar S has been described by culinary experts as hot dog mousse because it's too porous, light, and lacks the firmness of real meat. This is a consequence of using too much mechanically separated meat and fillers instead of original cuts of meat. In nationwide blind taste tests, Bar S consistently ranked last due to its weak seasoning and distinctly artificial feel. 7 great hot dog brands you should buy. After reviewing the disappointing options, let's clean up the grill to welcome the real stars, the hot dogs that deliver a truly satisfying culinary experience. Brand 7, Applegate Naturals. The difference with Applegate Naturals starts with the very first bite, with its clean flavor and firm texture. The key lies in the ingredients. They use 100% grass-fed beef. They are raised free-range on natural pastures without the use of antibiotics or growth hormones. Their ingredient list is incredibly simple and transparent, consisting only of beef, water, sea salt, and natural seasonings like garlic, onion, and paprika. You won't find any nitrates, nitrites, or artificial preservatives here. It's also a perfect choice for those following a strict diet, as the product is certified, gluten-free, casein-free, Whole 30 approved. Brand 6, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is a name that many big players are wary of, thanks to customer loyalty based on actual quality. They use organic beef from herds raised on green pastures instead of cramped, fattening farms. This is what creates the rich flavor and firm texture of the meat, completely free from the soft, rubbery feel of cheaper varieties. In particular, their skins will tighten when baked, creating a popping sound. Crispy snap. This is the signature flavor that hot dog enthusiasts always look for. Whether you choose unsalted beef or kosher cuts like Abilese and Hamon, you'll get the most authentic taste. Brand 5, Kirkland Signature, Costco. If you ever loved the legendary $1.50 hot dog combo at Costco, the good news is you can buy that exact same thing to take home. Kirkland Signature maintains its reputation by using 100% FDA-approved beef, committed to having no byproducts, no corn syrup, and no fillers to increase weight. Their main seasonings are garlic and paprika, providing savory depth and a subtle smoky aftertaste that pairs well with any sauce. Because they are produced in-house by Costco, the quality is always consistent, giving you peace of mind when grilling, boiling, or pan-frying without worrying about the texture breaking down. Brand 4, Sabret Mentioning. Sabret brings to mind the energy of their food carts on the streets of New York. Their secret lies in using only the finest cuts of beef, without any admixtures. But the real miracle comes from natural sheep casing. Under the influence of heat, this crust shrinks and creates slight resistance before releasing the juicy meat inside when you bite into it. With its rich garlic and paprika flavor and no artificial sweeteners, a slice of Sabret can bring the atmosphere of a Manhattan lunchtime to your backyard. Brand 3, Boar's Head. This is the brand that has taken hot dogs to a new level with a recipe perfected since 1905. Using FDA choice, beef Boar's Head says no to sugar, artificial colors, and scraps of meat. Each sausage contains up to 7G protein, and it's preserved with celery powder instead of chemical nitrates. The audible snap from their naturally crispy lamb rind consistently ranks among the top choices on food reviews. If you want a premium experience like in a fancy deli, this is the place to be. Brand 2, Hebrew National. Hebrew National is considered a lie detector for cheap meats on the grill. They adhere to strict rules of kosher certification. Since 1905, this means the quality control process is much stricter than that of a regular hot dog. They use only 100% premium beef, with no byproducts or leftover meat. The ingredient list is incredibly concise and clean, delivering an authentic summer flavor. You can choose the low-fat version, 97% fat-free, while still retaining the richness of the traditional garlic and paprika blend. Number 1 brand, Nathan's Famous. At the top of the list is the iconic Coney Island restaurant with a history dating back to 1916. Nathan's Famous doesn't need much advertising. The rich aroma of the beef and the smoky, boardwalk-style grilling speak for themselves. Their recipe remains unchanged. 100% beef, no fillers, no corn syrup. The natural crust retains the juices inside, preventing them from drying out whether you sear them or serve them with chili and cheese. That's why, for over a century, Nathan's has dominated everything from backyard parties to world-renowned eating competitions. Summary of the journey: we've covered everything from stuffy hot dog mousse to true barbecue icons. This clearly shows the difference between brands that respect your family's plate and those that prioritize cutting costs at all costs. A good hot dog isn't just about taste, it's about transparency in ingredients where real beef takes center stage instead of mechanically deboned meats or complex chemical mixtures. Advice for the savvy consumer: remember that smoke from the grill is the best lie detector for cheap meats. If a brand uses too many fillers, the smell and texture will betray it immediately before you even take the first bite. When shopping, take a few extra seconds to check the back of the package. Be wary of products with excessive sodium content. One Magor contains ingredients such as corn syrup and chemical nitrate. Instead, opt for simple labels featuring grass-fed beef, sea salt, and natural spices like garlic or paprika. Teaser and call to action: choosing the right brand not only protects your grill but also safeguards your long-term health. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next food secrets. And don't look away, because in the next video, we'll continue to examine your breakfast menu by uncovering its secrets. Bacon brands to avoid, and those actually worth bringing home. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy your barbecue safely.